Welcome to Cloud Hub, where we will in today's video look at some of the most construction mistakes in the world. As you know, human shortcomings are unavoidable in any system. However, you may be shocked by the extensive list of errors committed during the construction of megaprojects that are supposed to be meticulously planned. This video presents the most expensive construction mistakes in history, from falsification of reports, the deliberate sacrifice of quality, and good old oversight. Before we start, consider clicking on the subscribe button. Number 7. 20 Fenchurch Street. 20 Fenchurch Street is a commercial building in London, near the Monument, Leadenhall Market, and the Bank of England. The 38-story building, which opened in 2014, was designed by Uruguayan architect Rafael Vialli and cost more than £200 million because of its unique shape, which resembles a two-way radio handset. This building is known as the walkie-talkie. The building was initially designed 200 meters tall, but concerns about its visual impact on nearby structures forced architects to scale it down. Even after the building's height was resolved, there were numerous other concerns about the surrounding area. During the building's construction, people discovered that when the sun shone directly on the building for up to 2 hours, the surface acted as a concave mirror, directing light on the south streets. Street-level temperatures at specific locations ranged from 91 degrees Celsius to 117 degrees Celsius. During the summer of 2013, a beam 6 times brighter than direct sunlight reflected onto the streets below and damaged parked vehicles, including melting a vehicle's side mirror. Astonishingly, City AEM reporter Jen Watterson even managed to fry an egg using sunlight reflected by the building. These incidents earned the tower new monikers, the Walkie Skorky and Frisk Scraper. Eventually, its curved face was fitted with sunscreen to reduce glare, but correcting this architectural flaw cost around £10 million. Vialli told the Guardian newspaper that though he identified the problem during the design stages, he could not analyze the precise effect due to a lack of appropriate tools or software. Regardless, Vialli maintains that horizontal sun louvers included in his initial designs to prevent such intense glare were removed to save money. 20 Fenchurch Street is not the first Vialli structure criticized for reflecting sunlight. The Vdara Hotel in Las Vegas, which we will soon talk about, reportedly reflected light rays so intense that it scorched hair and melted drink glasses in 2010. Moving forward, don't forget to like this video if you are enjoying it. Number 6. The Aon Center. The Aon Center, originally known as the MoCA Building, was built in 1974. It is not only Chicago's third tallest building, but one of its most historical and famous, regarded as an architectural marvel when it opened to the public nearly 50 years ago. Although its impressively simple, rectangular, and tubular steel frame structure was initially regarded as an architectural success, it was marred by some severe issues that proved costly. Architect Edward Durlstone chose to cover the entire facade of the Aon Center in 43,000 slabs of Carrara marble imported from Tuscany, giving the structure a beautiful and distinct exterior appearance and making it the world's tallest marble-clad building. However, the marble used was thinner than any that previously clad a building. Edward's choice of materials soon proved to be a mistake. During construction on December 25, 1973, a 350-pound marble slab detached from the facade and penetrated the roof of the nearby Prudential Center. Furthermore, inspection in 1985 revealed numerous cracks and bowing in the building's marble cladding. To address the issue, designers added stainless steel straps to keep the marble in place. Later, from 1990 to 1992, the entire structure was refaced with Mount Airy white granite at more than $80 million. Number 5. Vdara Hotel, Las Vegas. The Vdara Hotel and Spa in Las Vegas presented its problems due to its exterior design. A year after the hotel opened, people noticed that the building's reflective surface and curved design acted as a collective mirror, reflecting the sun's rays into a single beam of intense light and heat. Unfortunately, this single beam shoots right into the hotel's pool deck. Guests relaxing by the pool were regularly scorched by this fierce heat ray, with one reporting that it melted a plastic bag he was carrying. Hotel managers have since taken necessary precautions to avoid further problems caused by the building's design. While no solution will be completely effective due to variations in the sun's movement and orientation, management has covered the building's surface with non-reflective film and installed large umbrellas to deflect the rays. Raphael Vialli, the architect of this structure, has a history of designing structures with this specific issue. Perhaps he should stop designing structures with reflective surfaces. The Harmon Hotel, which we'll talk about later, was another Las Vegas hotel severely impacted by costly mistakes during its construction. Number 4. Washington's Tacoma Narrows Bridge. The Tacoma Narrows Bridge is a twin suspension bridge in Washington, USA, built in 1940 to span the Tacoma Narrows Strait. It was the third largest suspension bridge and the first cable suspension bridge to use plate girders as roadbed support. The construction cost around $6 million, equivalent to $1 billion today, when adjusted for inflation. However, the bridge lasted only 4 months and 7 days due to engineering flaws that led the bridge to buckle dangerously in high winds and even sway in light winds. When the bridge collapsed, the wind speed was about 19 meters per second. Due to aeroelastic flutter, both halves of the bridge twisted in opposite directions, causing it to collapse into the river. Fortunately, no human lives were lost. Furthermore, research into the engineering flaw birthed a new construction theory called wind-excited oscillations. If you have enjoyed this video so far, like and share with that architect, engineer, or construction worker friend of yours. Number 3. The Harmon Hotel. The Harmon Hotel, designed by renowned architect Norman Foster, was supposed to be a 49-story elliptical masterpiece with a highly reflective exterior. Its 400 hotel rooms and 207 condominium residences were to be a home away from home for vacationers, a crash pad for celebrities, and a beloved abode for residents. The structure was one of the tallest in Las Vegas. However, construction on the Harmon Hotel ground to a halt in 2008 after the erection of 15 stories due to the discovery of numerous construction flaws, including improper installation of critical steel reinforcements. An investigation found that Harmon's third-party inspection firm, Concert Consultants, falsified 62 daily reports between March and July 2008. Moreover, other Harmon construction workers allegedly moved rebar without first obtaining approval from the project's structural engineer. Although project professionals hoped to arrest the situation by reducing the number of stories from 49 to 28, demolition of the hotel eventually began. The tower, estimated to have cost around $275 million, turned zero profit. Because it was located in the city center, the building had to be dismantled piece by piece, costing at least $11 million. Perhaps what happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Number 2. The Sydney Opera House. You most likely are surprised to find the Sydney Opera House on this list. Despite its magnificent appearance and global fame, the Sydney Opera House is one of the world's failed projects in terms of planning and construction. Although construction of the Opera House was scheduled to complete in 4 years with a budget of 7 million Australian dollars, it took 14 years and 14 million Australian dollars to complete. In addition, musicians couldn't hear their music because the Opera House and stage production halls were switched and housed incorrectly. It's already bad enough for a musician to play a raw note during a live performance. Can you imagine them not hearing it at all? Disaster. It took an additional 300 million Australian dollars to remedy the acoustic flaws and poor planning. Number 1. Lotus Riverside Disaster. The great Chinese city of Shanghai is home to Lotus Riverside, a residential complex of 11 buildings, 13 stories high each. The complex was supposed to be a massive success in a city with significant housing needs. Unfortunately, poor planning led to the construction of an underground garage near the complex. This construction required excavation of the earth, allowing water from the nearby river to seep in and turn the Lotus Riverside foundation into mud. In 2009, one of the 13-story buildings collapsed, narrowly missing neighboring structures and potentially causing a domino effect. Though most people were evacuated in time, one construction worker was killed in the collapse. Developers were accused of sacrificing quality for faster payments and had to pay $30 million in homeowner compensation and construction costs. What was supposed to be a welcome accomplishment for the city and its people became a disaster. If you enjoyed this video, do us a favor by subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.